Hi everyone, it's Kasia from Tarot Map. This is like a little presentation which I wanted to share with you of, creative reading of tarot. There is a lesson that you can purchase. It's $15. So, you have to save for it. So it's $15. You can buy it through my website. And this is over 70 minutes of something similar to what I'm doing here with different examples, different decks. But I thought I'm going to share with you this way of how you can mix a few decks together, Oracle and Tarot, and invent your own spread. So, think creatively and play with the cards. Don't get too intimidated with the positions, with what the cards mean. Just stay open and really with open mind, a little bit like a child. Forget what you know about tarot. Sometimes that helps. And for this particular way that I'm teaching in my class and here, you will need a few tarot decks. So if you just have one tarot deck, this is not going to be for you. But if you, like me and most of us, and you have a few tarot or a few oracle decks, that's how you can use them, because often I find that we have many decks, but then half of them just stays on the shelf. So my intention for the creative tarot class was to make sure that I can use a few decks in one reading, and that I can connect cards and can, swap decks and use a lot of decks that otherwise would be sitting on the shelf. So here I'm shuffling the Sacred Feminine Guidance cards by Joe Jason. You can see the flip through of this deck on my IGTV, on my Instagram account. If you go into my IGTV, you will see the flip through of this amazing Sacred Feminine meditation cards. It's only 13 of them, and it comes with the booklet and with the little kind of goddess coin. But what we can do, if you have an oracle deck of any sort, we can focus on a message that we want to ask for today, or for inspiration, or something, like a lesson. Depends on what you feel like. So I'm going to ask for an inspiration. So we pull one card from an oracle deck. And here we got the Changing Woman, or this is Grandmother Spider, Grandmother Spider, and it's the Weaver. And on the picture we can see this woman with like a spider web between her fingers. It looks like she's weaving the cosmic web, like she's connected to the cosmic web, and then kind of weaves in this reality what she receives from the universal kind of knowledge. She's got gray hair, so we know that there's wisdom and cronehood involved in it. There's flowers here also, maybe the messages from the flowers energy. So we get this weaver. So the inspiration for us is maybe to manifest something in the reality that we receive through a vision. So now, to be creative, we can ask, I'm going to use two tarot decks now. I'm going to ask first, what is my vision? What is this vision? What is this cosmic vision right now for me? What can I focus on? What can I envision? What can I connect to? The cosmic vision that this Grandmother Spider wants to show me. So we can pull 3 cards for the vision. So as you see, I'm reacting to the image. I'm not having any forced positions. I'm just reacting to the image that I get from the oracle card. So here we don't have the keywords as the weaver, so we can ask also, what can I weave? What can I focus on? What do I want to manifest, or how can I manifest what I'm manifesting? But for me, the first row of the cards will be, what is this vision? How can I connect to envisioning, to the vision? So let's see, what is this vision I can connect to? What is the vision that Grandmother Spider wants me to see right now? So I'm using the Moonchild Tarot, and here I have Ace of Wands, a 7 of Swords, and 2 of Swords. So first of all, when I see swords cards in this particular vision, we know that swords are great for envisioning, right? Because cups are great for feeling and for imagination, but swords are also great for vision. And also Ace of Wands is like this inspiration. So she wants me to feel inspired. But then we see that I might be too heady. Sometimes vision requires an open mind. With Seven of Swords, we can see that she has one eye open and the other one is kind of closed off. And she has these two moons here and this kind of like spark in the eye. So maybe don't look with two eyes, but just look with one eye and listen to the inspiration, to the kind of insight of what inspires you. Follow this, because if you don't follow this inspiration, if you only look at what is visible, you might get stuck, right? Two of Swords is like the inability to make a decision. We feel stuck. We kind of in this, rather than being this light and inspired, we stuck in this grayness and kind of it's hard to decide which way to go. And this card that is in the middle, often it is an important card because it might show how to transition from this to this one, or what to pay attention to not to end up here, let's say. So depends what cards you get, but here we have this, how can I connect to this vision? We know that definitely it speaks more about following this inspiration and seeing the light, you know, going maybe outside. Ace of Wands is very active card, because if we get stuck in the head with the swords, we might not be able to actually see that vision or feel this vision. So this vision comes with the feeling of inspiration. And now if I want to add another tarot deck in reaction to these cards already, I can ask, now I'm going to use II Onyx, how can I best manifest, for example, this vision in the reality? Like, how can I be active about my vision so that it doesn't stay only in the head or airy space, so it doesn't stay only in the level of ideas, because that just makes me feel like, okay, I had this inspiration, maybe I had the spark of this vision, but then I started over intellectualizing and it kind of led me nowhere. So how can I actually, rather than for the vision to be just on the level of idea, how can I implement this idea and be more proactive about it? How can I cooperate with the vision? And the vision is about inspiration and allowing yourself to maybe use mind and heart, you know, like the inspiration, and see with one eye and don't look with one as well. So it's like half-half, the split, half-half. So let's see, how can we manifest this vision or be a bit more proactive about the vision? And I pulled II Onyx deck just because they look together beautifully, but also because they just it's a very earthy deck, right? So we want to now use this manifestation kind of inspiration. So we pull 3 cards as well, and here we see 9 of coins. So this is kind of like saying, hey, if you have this inspiration, follow it and like put the work in, there will be rewards. Like you are able to actually manifest your vision. The next card is 3 of coins. Maybe rather than doing it yourself or thinking like, how can you implement this vision yourself, and maybe getting lost in the ideas or getting lost in your head and not really getting anywhere with this inspiration, cooperate with others, work with other people, allow other people to inspire you as well, and be honest with them, right? 7 of Swords is also a card of honesty, but this is a card of cooperation, women cooperating together, doing something together. And then 8 of Staves as the card of quickening and action, and then it will definitely move. You will not get stuck like in this 2 of Swords. If you sometimes, Seven of Swords is a very heady card. We can do a lot of research in this card. We can focus on a lot of different information, but that can block our action. So if we think our initial idea and not put enough action into it, or maybe working together with other people, it might get stuck. Whereas here the cards advise that it's best to either discuss it with friends, or even better, so do it with friends and believe that this idea will bring rewards, whatever you want to achieve, that you can achieve it. And you can probably achieve it quite quickly, because Eight of Wands brings quickening of action and quick resolve of situation, and definitely quick movement of energy. This is this ancestors flying, so as if you were backed up. And other than that, if you stay in the idea, only the air element, talking about it, thinking about it, that might take you nowhere. So rather to overthink it, do something with other people, help or ask people to brainstorm with you, work with others to quicken this idea forward. Something like this. So this is like one way of working with tarot cards and oracle cards. So you can pick an oracle card for giving you the vague idea or the general idea of what should you ask next for, and then you have just conversation. So you can work with the cards, and that's what I explain in my tarot class. You can work with the cards this way. So you connect, the inspiration with the Nine of Coins, like fulfilling that inspiration, feeling happy about it, and actually, manifesting it, because we use this second row as the manifestation, and we got 2 coin cards. So always look for elements which you get. Here we got 2 sword cards. So this is the air element. Here we have earth element, something that we can manifest. And then, so you look at this 3 cards together, and then also you look at the cards in couples. And then all in general, you look what elements you got, how many of, swords, how many wands, how many cup cards you got, and how can you create a story that reflects what your oracle card was asking you to do, So that's how you can play with different decks in one reading, and you can learn about many, many different ways, because this is over an hour class. Through my creative tarot class, you can, as I said, I know that a lot of you guys purchased it, so thank you a lot. And if you want to get more out of this type of readings, if that's something that interests you, it's only $15, so it won't break your bank, but it will support me. So yes, please purchase it and enjoy using many decks. And I think this is a great way also of, wiring your brain to connect cards, to connect decks, to look artistically. What decks do you feel will be working together? I'm also teaching in this class of, how to choose decks for different readings, what to pay attention to. So if you think like, I don't know what decks to connect, there is also a short explanation of what decks and how to connect those decks, how to choose the decks. The classes comes with PDF, so you get all the spreads on the PDF as well for your convenience. So I hope you really like it. And that's what I wanted to inspire you with today. So thank you for watching, and I speak to you soon. Bye.